Hi, Aquarius. Well, this is the reading that found you today. These are the cards that flipped out for you. And Aquarius, the cards that flipped out for you were three major arcanas, okay? Wow. You are onto something big. You know exactly what you're doing. And I'm getting this energy of don't question it. Don't question me. Don't worry. And you're not even at a point where you're going to entertain anyone questioning you. You already know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. We're starting off here with the Emperor. You know what you're doing. Look at this man. He looks like, I love the look on his face. He's like, I know what I'm doing. Let me handle it. You know, and the Emperor too, I feel like this is the kind of person who has lived and experienced so many things that they're at this point where nothing shocks them anymore. Aquarius, I don't feel like anything shocks you at this point. Nothing rattles you at this point. You've come to expect just about anything from humans. You just, and with that level of resolve and resilience, you are able to work some magic. And I think you're tapping into that now. I feel a very strong Emperor status with you, Aquarius. Like you've already, like any human being, you've had your triumphs and you've had your failures and you've had your hurdles and you've had your blessings and you've learned from all these things. You have embraced all these things. And now you're on Emperor status. And when you're on Emperor status, you can make anything happen. You can make anything happen. The Alchemist. Now, the Alchemist in the Uncommon Tarot is just like the Magician. All right, she's got her little potions, and I think I see something like a cat over there. And look at her. There's something a little bit seductive about her, okay? She has this look on her face like, try me, try me. Also a look of don't question it, don't ever question what I'm doing. You can watch and learn, but don't ever question it. So I feel like you've learned to set some boundaries with people, Aquarius. You've really learned to set some boundaries with people, and not in an abrasive way, but rather an inspiring way. I feel like you're starting to reach this point where it's become a gift or a craft of yours to explain to people how these boundaries are taking place, like, well, look, I've done all this. So no, this behavior is not going to be acceptable, but you're welcome to learn from me. I'm getting an essence too of a lot of you have had people come and try to teach you things that you learned long before they did. Okay. like you're preaching to the choir, like say, for example, if there was a social skill you learned at the age of 10, you approach, and you're going through life and somehow someone approaches you at the age of 30 and says, you should behave like this. And you're just like, I've been doing that since I was a child. You found a way to communicate that without sounding abrasive. But rather it's like a sense of authority, again, with this Emperor status, a sense of authority going forward. I feel like there's something you're doing now that you have this power, a surge of power, Aquarius. There's something you're finally able to do, because no one's going to question it at this point. No one's going to try to shake you. You're invincible. You're untouchable at this point. Now, there may be some people that'll try, but it'll be like, what's that saying? Water or oil off the back of a duck, or I don't know. I don't know what that saying is, but it's not going to faze you. It's not going to affect you. It's going to be like, there, cute little earthling. It's really not even going to affect you. There's something you've always wanted to do, or something that you feel called to do, and to do it somewhat in secret. Okay, we have the Hermit energy here. I love the Hermit energy, because the Hermit energy speaks to going into a retreat and making that magic happen. For example, when a writer writes their best-selling novel, they go into a retreat. I think of the story of Mary Shelley, okay, and she wrote Frankenstein. And the way that happened was she was hanging out with Percy Shelley, who was like kind of her husband. Her sister or stepsister, who they were very dear friends, and Lord Byron. They were holed up in his mansion castle thing during a summer with no sun because there had been a volcano eruption earlier that year that kind of messed up the environment. They're holed up in his mansion, probably with some opium involved and a lot of scandal, okay, if you will. And they had a contest on who could write the scariest story. They were in retreat, and she wrote Frankenstein, okay, which became a classic. So I think of that story. I felt compelled to share that. You're going into retreat very much like an artist does. They hide away and hone their craft and create masterpieces. You are about to bring a masterpiece into the world. And, of course, any tarot reader can tell you, yes, you're going to do this and that. But when you have 3 major arcanas, Aquarius, that's telling you that this is your time, that this is your time. This is going to be something of the century. Oh, my loves, I love this. All right. Well, I really, really hope this helped. Until next time, over and out.